Okay, I just got to pick apart the second Grand Cherokee I walk up to is an '04, and that's always looking promising. Come over here, check the VIN code real quick, and right there we're looking at the letter J, 8th digit down. That is telling me we got an HO motor. Come over here, you can see down in here, I don't know if you can see it, but down in there I can see the HO just barely stamped there on the head. It's pretty big letters. We'll come over to this side, and there you go. You can definitely see it, right? Yeah, down there. Looking at it upside down, there's an HO. We got an HO motor here. Well, I'd love to take the whole thing and build it up someday, or at least take the heads off of this. But for today, I'm going to take them camshafts out of there. Okay, I got everything out of the way. Fuel injectors, the wiring. Got the bolts loosened up on the valve cover. There we go. Pop the cover off of this. And I still got one bolt back there, it's a little tight. Alright, got all the bolts loose. Oh, I'm talking to the camera.
Oh.
Got all the bolts loose. There we go. Pull the rocker cover out of here. And there we go. Now, one way of identifying an HO cam, you see that ridge right there. Your non-HO cam will not have that ridge right there. This is actually looking pretty good inside here. Alright, now I'm just going to go ahead and get out the tool to remove this bolt here, and then work on the cam bearing bolts. Okay, look at here. This is why this engine is here. Look at here what I found. Here's the rocker sitting right here, popped out. There's the lifter sitting right here. And if I can get a shot here, yeah. You can see the damage it did right there to the head coming out of there. This is a shame. It doesn't look like it did too much to the cam. I mean, I can see some marks on it. I think that would polish right out of there. But this is one of the prone problems with this particular motor. If you hear a lifter ticking, fix it, because this is the crap that's going to happen if you don't. And no doubt that's why this motor's sitting here. Because they said enough's enough. Alright, I'm going to use my spanner tool that I made. Now this is a modification of my original one. I made it a little shorter, no handle on it. There we go. Doing this one-handed. Sorry if it's a little jiggly. go. Since this wrench was sitting up against this, that was holding this camshaft from, you know, the whole thing from moving, but I broke that bolt loose and no problem at all. Now, if we cared, you know, what was going to happen to this motor, of course we would stick a wedge down in here to keep this timing chain from moving, you know, like if we were going to replace the cam in this motor. Since we're out here just after this camshaft, and of course I don't want the cylinder head with that damage to it. If I'm going to find a set of cylinder heads, I want them to be perfect. Yep, there it went. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and loosen these bolts, take the cam out. And actually, if I was changing it out in my vehicle, I would pop all these fulcrums out of here, or rockers, whatever you want to call them, before I actually loosen these bolts. Okay, now with the camshaft removed, and you can clearly see the damage there where the lifter was, right here, what it did to it when the fulcrum popped out of there. And the lifter doesn't even want to, I mean, it goes in there, but I can just tell that, you know, it would probably be okay, because really that lifter just sits in there. It's too bad it did that. But this is one of the downfalls of this particular motor. Here I was just noticing, I was looking at the valve cover here, and you can see that damage done when the fulcrum popped out of there. Hit the valve cover there and smacked it right there. Alright, I've been working on this side for a while. This is definitely the hard side. There's just more electrical hoses. I mean, you know, there's more stuff in the way. So I finally got everything disconnected over here. Pull the valve cover out. There we go. Your camshaft. And we'll remove this one just like we did the other side. Now on this side, you only got the one hole in the cam sprocket. I backed two of the bolts out of my tool here. Put that right on there like that. Okay, there we go. And actually, again, if you were trying to save this setting, which you would want to do if you're putting this on your own engine, we're going to put a wedge in here to keep the timing mark. There, it's lost forever now, unless you take that motor apart. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get out my 10mm, loosen all these up, and take this camshaft out. Alright, well that was a heck of a score at Pic A. I got both camshafts with the gears on the end for $53.39 out the door. Then the one camshaft had ever so slightly bit of a damage to it from that fulcrum popping out, and that is most likely because of a lifter that collapsed, and it gives that space and the lifter pops out. So it's definitely important, people, change your oil, run nothing but a full synthetic in there, and don't push it past 5,000 miles per oil change. Change your oil, okay? That particular motor only had 113,000 miles on it. I put some battery power to it, turned the ignition switch, and found out how many miles I had on it. It's actually a shame that even happened. All right, here I got the receipt to show you. You can see here $22 per camshaft, $2 core, some taxes, and out the door for $53.39. Here's the one camshaft that had the fulcrum pop out of it, and here's the cam lobe right here, and you can ever so slightly see that nick off to the side there. That is not a big deal. I took some Scotch-Brite to it, cleaned it up, and I mean, I cannot feel a thing with my fingernail, nothing. I mean, there's no worry there as far as I'm concerned. I'll be more than happy to run that in my motor. Now, here's another set. Yeah, this looks like it's brand new. I took it over to a friend's house, put it on a lathe with a Scotch-Brite pad, and just run it over the whole surface of this just real quick. And I mean, it just comes out like brand new. You just take a super fine Scotch-Brite. My suggestion is, if you got some patience and you're wanting to put the HO cams in your motor, and you got a local pick a part or a salvage yard that lets you go in there and get the parts out of there, by yourself, you can save a lot of money. I mean, $53 for a set of camshafts instead of spending more than likely $250 plus. You see them on eBay quite often, and I've seen them as high as $600. That's too much. And these vehicles are hitting the junkyards now. 02 to on up, you're seeing them more and more in the junkyards as the years go by. The price of these camshafts are going to be coming down, in ways they should be, because they're become more plentiful. This is the third set I've seen. I've got 2 of the 3 sets. I let the first set go by me, not realizing it was an HO motor when I was looking at it. Live and learn. So, be patient, save yourself a few dollars, and this is definitely the way to go. I got a lot more stuff coming up for the 4.7 liter motor. A couple things that have never been done to a 4.7 that I think are going to be really cool. Hit that little subscribe button down there below, and I'll get that stuff coming to you. Thanks for watching.